Thanks, Marty. Uh, yeah, thanks for having me, first of all. Hello, everyone. So, yeah, my name is Rahul Shah. I'm a CFO and COO of Genuine. This is my fifth startup. My previous four, three out of four, either went IPO, got acquired, became unicorn. The one didn't do well, but this is the home run, I think. And before all that, I was with Ernst & Young, KPMG for a long time, working on the IPO practice. So at Genuine, like Marty said, from last 4 years, we have developed this platform, which is AI-driven platform, which is, think about you get TikTok kind of experience, Facebook kind of experience on one hand, and then you have Reddit kind of community experience on other hand that combine together. And that platform get integrated directly with the company's mobile app or the website. So we have built the platform that is B2B. It's not for B2C. It's a B2B platform that integrates directly in the company's website and mobile app. So every company have their own vertical video form, social media platform within their digital properties, as well as backed by the community. So, and why we did this, right? So, like Marty said, there's a doom scrolling going on right now. Like, how many of us spending how many hours every single day on the social media platforms, right? Social media is dominating right now, right? People are spending so many hours, companies spending millions and billions of dollars. And even then, the problem exists where the engagement is going down, the bounce rate is high for the companies. It's a walled garden. And the companies, they don't have a control on the walled garden, right? They're totally on the mercy of the social media platforms algorithm. If Meta changes something, it impacts the business of the brands, of the companies, right? It's a pay to play, basically. There is no organic reach. There is no organic, distribution. It's a pay to play. And that's where we come in a play where we build this platform, which is AI-driven platform. We give the ownership of the communities back to the brands from the social giants and increase the engagement within the company's ecosystem. I'll give you a quick demo, so it will give more clarity. And it's boost the engagement inside the ecosystem, and it's drive the new revenue. So we are not a cost center. We don't charge anything to the companies. It's $0 to start. We bring the new revenue, and I'll show you exactly how it works. So just to give you a very quick, demo. So I'm going to show you the platform that we have built for the Marriott, and it's very interesting. So let me share my screen, and I'll give you the mobile experience, which is more interesting. So a platform can work on the mobile app, on the mobile web, website, everywhere, across all the platform. But I'll give you the demo for the mobile app. So this is a Marriott Bonvoy app that we all know, right? There are 220 million Bonvoy members. So if you look at this app, and if you see this vertical carousel here, that is our platform. So we bring our platform, bring the vertical carousel experience here. So now let's say if you're going to Dubai, for example, you're searching Dubai here, right? You start seeing all the Dubai content underneath. Number one. Number two, you can see here all the menu bar down below. But the new thing you notice here is a community. So if you see this community, that is our platform. That's get integrated directly.
I travel a ton, so when the shared
Marriott's mobile app and the website, right? So boom. So Marriott now have within the mobile app, TikTok, Instagram kind of experience, which is backed by the community. So the way it works, so this is a community. So let's say if you're a luxury experience person, you can join this community. You can see all the contents of that community, start consuming those content, which is more relevant to your topic base of interest, right? But the key thing is here. So for example, let's say if you're going to Dubai, you're looking for Dubai. When you come to this community page with our AI algorithm in the platform, now you start seeing all the Dubai content. So based on your travel dates, now you're seeing what's happening in Dubai in that week when you're traveling there. Where to go, which resort is good, which restaurants are better, what theater shows are happening over there, right? So you can see all those relevant content. And the way the commercial works here, which I'll talk to you about, but the benefit for the Marriott here is number one, all the engagements now happening within the ecosystem. So right now, the engagement with the consumers are happening on the Meta and TikTok and YouTube. Now it's happening within the mobile app and the website. Number two, they get all the zero-party and first-party data. right? Right now, they're getting some data from the Meta, but here, because this is their own platform, they get about 200 events of the zero-party, first-party data, knowing exactly the consumer is going where, which video they're liking, where they're commenting, where they're spending how much time, right? They get all kind of data, which is so valuable. And the third thing is all the partners they have, right? The resorts, the restaurants, the airlines, they show all their content in this platform and they pay to Marriott. They kind of become the advertiser for the Marriott. Make sense? So this is our platform, and I'll just show you the.
So this is member driven, so that hotel room shot that you showed, was that from a member or?
No, this is for everyone. So if you go to like once we
Who generated that video?
content,
Yeah.
yeah, good question. So the content comes from three places, right? The content comes from Marriott's own content. So Marriott is producing so many videos and every day, right, for the social handles. So it's all can repurpose here. Then it can come from also their partners. So they have resorts, restaurants, airlines, all the partners they have in the network. All their content can come here automatically as well. And plus the UGC. So if you're traveling to Marriott, New York, you take a picture, and if you're a member of the Marriott, any community, you can post your video and pictures over there, and that your content can show up as well. So it comes from multiple places.
How about negative things? Because, we look at reviews for authenticity from third-party sources. If somebody shows up and the room is messy, there's mold in the corner, somebody posts that, did Marriott take that off? Doesn't take it off?
Yeah, that's an excellent question.
Can you trust it?
Yeah, excellent question. So I'm gonna stop this here. I'm gonna show you. Let me just go back to the deck for a second.
So like you would get like in a Yelp or a TripAdvisor or one of those things.
Yeah, so our platform.
I'm not sure you would see that much in YouTube or something like that.
Sorry. Yeah. So this is an entire backend system which we developed for last 4 years. We are a team of 40 people right now. So to answer your question directly, all the data, content curation, moderation is all happening in the backend. So we have 3 levels of guidelines, right? Now, top level is a platform level guideline. So let's say someone putting the nudity video, things like that, right? That's automatically flagged and removed from the platform. Then the second level of guideline from Marriott standpoint. So if someone is putting the negative review or someone is talking about the competitors, it gets flagged automatically and it can be removed. Or Marriott can approve or reject. Then the third level of guideline, which is the community level. So there are 10 communities of the, let's say, New York, Dubai, different places. So any non-relevant content in that community get be also flagged and removed. So all this happens in the backend through our AI platform. There's also human intervention. So if Marriott want to have that human approval, they can opt in, or it can happen automatically.
Also, all the control is in the hands of the brand.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Whereas, I don't know if on TikTok that's the case.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like we are kind of, giving that platform, we're bringing Facebook and TikTok to every company, right? So every company can become their own Facebook and Meta. And other thing is, right now the social platform, if you open the handle, you cannot control algorithm. It's not personalizable. It's not controllable. Here you can get the full control. You can decide the algorithm. So if you want to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna show when someone is looking for Dubai, I'm gonna show these 3 resort content on the top. Everybody else will come in the last. So you can change the algorithm the way you want, depending on the partnership you have with those resorts and those restaurants and those partners. Yes.
So just follow-up question then, doesn't that mean a brand can take out all the negative reviews of moldy rooms? So essentially it's an echo chamber where Marriott can just refuse to allow reviews that say, hey, the rooms are as good as I thought. And then isn't that still just what Yelp does, or not Yelp, some other brands where they just take down all the accurate reviews and you have this inflated.
Sure, I mean, but that's not, sure, yes, that's correct.
So consumers are not getting an accurate depiction of the product
It's not
quality.
a matter of the consumer, it's a matter of what Marriott's trying to sell.
So it can be set up the way you want.
How much of all traffic is negative versus positive, right? What you watch on TikTok or something.
But again, it's a choice of the brand, right? The brand can leave that on, they can leave it off. They can also decide up to what level they want to leave those negative review or constructive feedback, so it's totally customizable, the point is. So we're providing technology to the brand, and then brand or company or consumer company can decide how they want to set up the backend. And just to give you a quick commercial, then how we make money, how the company makes money, like, right? So just think about Marriott today has 44 million monthly active user on the website and mobile app. Monthly active user means people going to Marriott.com or have the app downloaded, right? So let's say if you're 20 million monthly active user, there's a small company, right? So if you have 20 million monthly active user, and let's say about 5 to 10% of 20 million people only, which is 1 to 2 million people, going to that community tab that I showed you, right, in the mobile app, and they're spending only 10 to 30 minutes a month. Just think about how much time we are spending on social media, right, every day. Only a month spending 10 to 30 minutes, that generates about 60 to 360 million new media impressions that Marriott can monetize at $20 CPM and generate the new revenue of $15 to $85 million. And we do the rev share on this number. So we are not a SaaS platform. We are not, so on this revenue we create, we do the rev share, and it's zero to start. So we don't charge anything for the platform fee, no startup fee, literally nothing. So every company can start generating the new ad revenue, media revenue, which right now they're spending on social media platform. Now they make that money. We're talking to Grubhub. Like we're all in New York City, right? Grubhub, we all know Grubhub. We have a third meeting with them this week in Chicago. Just think about Grubhub. They have like 500,000 restaurants in their network in New York City, right? The model we are talking to Grubhub for the monetization is that Grubhub is charging X dollar per month to all those 500,000 restaurants in New York City to show their content on the platform. So think about they're charging $20 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month, right? And by that, the restaurant will get access to this platform where they can push their content. So if you're looking for Italian food in New York City here, you can start seeing all the Italian restaurant content.
So something that Rahul hasn't mentioned, a couple of things. Number one, the founders of this company invested $3 million of their own money into it. Number two, the product has an SDK, so you can go live in half a day. Right? So you can put all of your content on their cloud services in half a day, test it for 2 weeks, and you're up and running in less than a month. Right? So it's really the content of the cost of your content cost.
Yeah, it's a plug and play platform, fine line of code. We just went live with a company called Skyscape, the Buzz. They have 140 mobile apps in the healthcare space. It's one of the largest healthcare publication company. We went live with them in all 140 apps in time of like 3 weeks from start to finish. So that's how it's easy and simplest to integrate. Just to give you some content, so TAM is like $100 billion plus, right? Like if you look at the recent article in Wall Street yesterday, actually, they're talking about that the ad spending on the video platform is going to hit $1 trillion in 2025. So the TAM is kind of, huge, unlimited. This is the advisory board. This is the leadership. So Bhargav is the CEO and founder of the company. And this is his third venture. Matt is a longtime CMO, industry veteran. Rachel just won us last week as a CRO.
What's the CPM on the healthcare company?
It's like, $75 to $100 at minimum. So normally it's like $20, $15, $20, $25 range, but healthcare is like top because the content has been saying by the physician, the doctors, the nurses, medical students, it's expensive items, right? So
per 1,000 views, it's about $100.
Yeah, exactly. So we just went live with a company called Buzz. I was saying they have 2 million monthly active user in their network, which is about 70,000 physicians, about 500,000 nurses, and 1.5 million medical students. We went live with them in all 140 mobile apps. They have they're gonna generate about $7 to $9 million in revenue with our platform, the new revenue, and we'll get 50% of that, the 50/50 revenue share. So every customer can bring us tens of millions of dollars of revenue. So we only want to sign 25 customers in next 4 years, and that's gonna make us unicorn.
Did you get any strategic money from some of the big tech companies, whether it's Meta or Google?
Yeah. So we are talking to a couple of strategic, some of the customers we are signing very soon. So they were interested to have some, skin in the game. But so far, basically, the company has been bootstrapped. The CEO and the founder put like $4 million in the company. We are raising $4 million till last week. We closed $2 million or have commitment already in last like 4 or 5 days. $2 million is left. We are raising through SafeNote. Same as it's a friends and family round we recently closed. It will be $25 million cap on the SafeNote. 25% discount. So very simple terms. We want to close the round by end of the year, or at least get the allocation, get things signed, the cash can come next month. And yeah.
Yeah, just going back to the monetization strategy real quick. I'm just curious, have you put any thought into possibly like looking at the TikTok shop, for example, like replicating that in any way, whether it's embedding product links or embedding actual
Yeah.
business sites?
Yeah, absolutely. So amazing question. So yeah, so in all our content, right, there's a CTA, there's a call to action, right? So in all the, like Marriott, for example, you can see call to action, right? In Grubhub, there's a call to action to buy a food, order the food, right? But we don't take any part of that. That's all conversion that happens. All the revenue comes from conversion, all companies' revenue. We don't take any share. But yeah, it's gonna help the conversion significantly. But our share is only from media revenue that we bring to a table, which is the new revenue stream. And this is a highly profitable revenue stream, right? Like company like Grubhub, just think about 500,000 restaurant paying $20 a month, right? How much we are talking about? $10 million a month. And 70% of that will go to the bottom line. Yes.
So the customer has to figure out take Marriott, for example. They have to figure out their strategy, and you're supplying the tools. And then how are you measuring the impact of what then happens after that?
Yeah, so we provide the technology to the customer, right? Let's say Grubhub, for example, or Lowe's or Marriott, right? So we provide technology. It gets about 2 weeks to embed on the ecosystem, mobile app, and the website and things like that. So it can become live on the ecosystem. And then the way we measure success is these two metrics. How many people that coming to Lowe's.com or Marriott.com, clicking on community tab, and how much time they're spending. Our goal is to have 5 to 10% people coming to the community at the scale, not on all day one. Day one might be 1%, 2%, at day 190 or 365 could be 10%, right, at end of the year. And spending 10 to 30 minutes a month. If we hit those two milestones, the company gonna make that much money. Without counting the conversion that can happen, right? Without counting that, hey, like Lowe's, for example, Lowe's today have 44 million monthly active users. And only million people are buying anything from Lowe's.com. So there's 43 million people coming to Lowe's.com. Lowe's is not making any money out of it. They're just coming to Lowe's.com and they bounce off.
They've got tremendous incentive
So now we are
to
bringing,
push traffic into the community because they make revenue from it.
so now we're gonna help Lowe's monetize those 43 million people. That they don't need to buy anything. They just come to Lowe's.com, look at the community, spend 2 minutes, Lowe's is making money.
Have you ever done anything like around the house? You had to fix something and you watched a YouTube video?
Of course.
Right, right. So, this is the, instead of going to Home Depot on YouTube, you're gonna go to Home Depot's community site. And you're gonna watch those videos and then it's gonna create revenue for Home Depot. But the ideal is that, you go to Home Depot website looking at plungers and you come up with a whole bathroom set, a new bathtub, right? Because it's gonna be able to push you. They don't get a revenue share from the upsell, but they get a revenue share from the video. So that's what makes it attractive to Home Depot.
But the revenue is generated for me going to Home Depot and buying those products.
They
No,
get
no.
revenue share.
For Home Depot, but just for you to go to Home Depot community tab, right, in the mobile app,
Right.
and you spend 1 minute or 2 minutes, Home Depot is making money because we are watching the video that pushed by Kohler, might be pushed by GE or Samsung or DeWalt, right? So all the retail partners they have, we are watching their content. So every second you watch their content, those companies are paying to Home Depot. So even if you don't buy the bathtub or the faucet or anything on the Home Depot, just by you watching the video, Home Depot is making money and we are making money.
They still make money. I mean, it's just like the grocery store, perspective, which is that 90% of products at grocery stores are not owned by the grocery store. They're on consignment. This way, the guys who in those companies pay to advertise that it's at the grocery store, right? This way, the grocery store company now has all of those same retail partners advertising on their network too to go buy, and they're making additional money from that.
Yeah, this is the new revenue stream we're going to unfold for the customers. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so we have been building platform for last 4 years. Just about 4 months ago, we have launched the product commercially, and we have signed 3 customers so far. 3 customers so far in last 4 months. So it's kind of a tier 2 companies, the companies that have between 1 to 5 million monthly active user in that category. And one went live just last week, the Buzz I'm talking about. So we're gonna start getting the revenue from next month.
The purpose of my question is maybe you should structure the way you're raising the money and go institutional rather than retail. And get these organizations that are gonna make money off of you anyway.
Yeah.
To contribute to your organization, fund your organization.
Yeah, so we're talking.
Right,
But deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is probably gonna be their only round of funding. Because the rest, because each client will give them a minimum of $5 million of revenue, minimum.
So those.
So they're gonna
clients-
get 1/3 to 50% of all revenue generated from these, right? And so once that's done, then it's just a matter of,
But that's where I would go get the revenue. And try to mitigate giving up equity, because they're gonna make money off of this. So
Yeah.
I would,
right,
I
right,
would, I
so
would
right,
make
so
them
that's,
advance money.
that's right, so they're gonna get, right, so we'll, after we do this round, we'll get them into line 11, all people like that, who will help them do.
So we're talking to a couple of companies right now that we are talking as a customer. They also want to have invest in the company. So we're talking strategic investment, but we want to have like at least a one round to go to the right people, who can bring the value as well. And this can be the last round as well, because we don't need more capital. Like our burn is $4 million annually. So amount of money we are raising right now is going to give us a runway till Q1 2026. And by that time we can be profitable.
They've got very little overhead, right? It's a white label product with an SDK, and the overhead goes to the company that's using their software.
Our biggest overhead is a streaming cost and the storage cost with AWS, right? Which is like 15% of the revenue. So we have huge gross margin in the bottom line. You had a question?
I'm just curious if you could describe in a bit more detail, I guess for lack of better words, what kind of moat you've created around this idea. So as far as like, like what's so difficult I feel like about this space is the giants that are in the space really are such giants, like TikTok, for example, Instagram, Meta, Facebook. How are you sort of going to deter them from replicating exactly what you're doing and creating an add-on to their existing platforms?
Yeah, no, so we're not competing with the social giant. They cannot do what we do. The reason for that is we're creating the network, right? We're giving a white label. And we are integrating that with the consumer's ecosystem directly. So TikTok will not give platform to integrate with ABC company. It's never going to happen, right?
They don't make any money from it. Why would they give up?
They won't get data. They won't make money. So it's not in their benefit. They will never do that. So social giant, we're not competing with them. Then your question might be that, hey, what about other companies? What are the competition we have? So, we bring the entire network to the consumer. So just think about this, right? We have, let's say, Lowe's, Marriott, Home Depot as a customer. Now, Lowe's community can also have access to Home Depot community or vice versa, right? So now Lowe's is unfolding additional reach of millions of people that they don't have it today. Or Marriott can have community access to the Home Depot and Lowe's. So we are giving the entire network effect to all the companies that can have additional reach and distribution.
The thing to understand is that TikTok is simply just the front end of an ad network, right? There's all these ad networks that go into TikTok that give them revenue, right?
TikTok's
So
also
what they
really
are doing is they're
succeeded.
diverting the ad network back to the originator of the content.
Yeah, see right now what's happening, Lowe's or any company is spending so much money on social media platform. So now we want that to keep that money for them only. Spending within the platform we are giving them. Why to spend outside?
So my perspective was there's a lot of fund investors in the room and online here, and a few of them could jump into this with me, and we could easily go to our funds who have lots of brand companies like Lux Capital, something like that, and say, hey, look, why don't you just get your 30 brands that you own and have them use this product? It's found money, right? Because right now you're going out and they're on TikTok and creating the content anyway, right? I don't know. Because that's the easy, straightforward approach, right? Which is that, I don't know, you're projecting you're going to have 10 clients in 4 years?
Yeah, so we're gonna have
20? I don't know how many clients.
Yeah, so we're gonna have 3 tier 1 companies by end of this year. We are in advanced stage with them, all of them. One is if I mention the name, is a TED Talk. So we're talking to TED Talk right now. We're in the legal stage with them. TED has 55 million monthly active user, Once we sign TED, it's kind of a game changer for us, right? Once we sign Grubhub or Marriott, it's a game changer. So we need like 5 or 10 companies like that to get the $1 billion valuation in next 3 years.
Did you say TED Talks?
Right, so they'll have 25 large clients within the next 4 years. But if we open it up to our private equity portfolios, they could have 100 large clients.
Yes.
How does, say a Marriott, members get access to Home Depot? I don't quite understand how that works.
But that's not relevant. It's just Marriott gets access to Marriott.
Yeah, that's what, oh, okay, so there's no cross. I
They,
thought you were saying something about.
yeah, so there's
closing.
no cross. What can happen is Marriott can be also become advertiser in the Home Depot and Lowe's. Right, so we are giving that platform to them where they can push their content as well if they want, and they can get access to the additional people. Right, so right now Marriott does not have access to the.
Why would Lowe's want a Marriott per se? Why would they want Marriott?
I don't think that's a highly relevant.
It's not relevant, but
I think it came up when I mentioned the question about Home Depot. If I go to Home Depot site and I look at a product that's being sold by General Electric, please correct me. And Home Depot is making money from General Electric product that I'm looking at on their site.
yes. Yeah.
Got it.
But I'm just trying to understand what you.
Yeah, so why they would do that if they want is, they become the advertiser, right? So Lowe's get the additional ad revenue from the Marriott, showing their content into Lowe's platform. So right now they don't have that money. They don't have that revenue. So now they have a platform where they can bring this advertisers.
So you mean, you're saying Lowe's business model would be to make money off of like a Marriott customer?
No.
No.
Lowe's has 50 million monthly visitors, and they can redirect that traffic to their own social media site rather than to TikTok. Right? If I want to go and fix something using a YouTube video, I have to go to YouTube. But instead, I can go directly on.
I'm just trying to understand the Marriott concept.
There's no relationship. But Marriott, you go to visit their sites in Dubai. Explore Dubai, and then everybody who they're showing videos of is paying Marriott advertising revenue for that.
Yes.
How are you protected or vulnerable to competitors?
Yeah, so right now, they are not a single company who is building this entire experience that we are doing. They're companies who are building bits and pieces of the entire flow. Like they're company who can give you who has the vertical video from scroll only. The companies might have some features within that platform, but we have the vertical video platform plus the community, right? That Reddit experience plus TikTok experience combined together. So there's no competitor right now. We have filed a patent for some of the AI, intelligence we have in the platform already. So there is some protection that way. But we are a front runner. There is no competition right now in the market, with us.
Do you have the TAM chart?
Yeah.
So that's the TAM right now, and the anticipated growth is to how much?
So TAM right now, we're focusing right now in $44 billion TAM, which is the ad spending only in the US by the retailers and the brands, right? Not even talking about going global or going to all the consumer brands in the US, only with the specific on the retailer side and the larger tier 1, tier 2 consumer brands. And total is TAM of $100 billion plus. So it's a huge market, and this market is growing every single day. Yes.
Can you on your computer go online and show us what you're talking about?
We're not going to do a demo here, but it'll be at dinner. So if you can come at dinner, if you're at dinner. So
I never heard of the community page.
No, it's not live yet.
Oh, no, but you said Home Depot has a community page.
No. If we have Home Depot, we haven't signed Home Depot yet.
what you do have is you have the healthcare companies.
Once we sign the company,
Oh,
I was showing you the demo for the Marriott. So the demo I showed you, Marriott is a demo. It's not live yet. If you go to Marriott's app, you will not see it. But what we are live is a company called Buzz, the Skyscape. So if you go to that app, you will see the community in the app, and you can able to consume the content. But these are the demo we're talking to as a POC. We're not live yet.
You have a whole series of companies that you're in the middle of negotiating with.
Exactly.
Marriott's one.
Yes, Marriott, TED is in final stage. Grubhub, we are third meeting this week with the decision maker. We have, we spoke to Macy's as well, a couple of rounds of conversation we had with them. But we're getting great traction. It's a no-brainer. In last 4 months, since we launched the product, we're going to all these companies. They're like, no cost for the new revenue, more engagement, more conversion, then why not?
Yeah, to Russell's point, I'm an IP attorney. He's asking what's your IP. You file the patent on the one aspect of the AI, but most of it's gonna be trade secret, confidential information,
Yes.
controlled by contracts.
Yep.
Great job.
Anything else?